The Swedish calisthenics beast Simon Imhäuser, I don't know why I said that aggressively, recently expressed in his video his anger. Anger on calisthenics athletes acting recklessly, mostly in public gyms. And then even the opposite group, the gymrats. And because Simon's message made a lot of sense to me, well, even though I never really thought about it, because every time I was training in the gym, I looked in every single direction 10 times, if there isn't someone watching me for something, well, I don't know. But I guess most of the people don't have it the same way. So let's see what Simon has on his heart. Oh. By the way, Simon, if you are watching this, I really felt sorry for you. For example, the previous video you uploaded, here you got Rihanna, Calvin Harris, we found love. If this would happen to me, I would be immediately what I should do, get rid of it. Anyways, let's get into the video. The Samsulek style video.
We need to have a real discussion about this.
We have to have a real discussion, homeboy. You really don't want to hear your woman telling you this after you get back home.
And I think if you're training in a public gym, you're gonna 100% understand what I'm talking about. And it's when people are making noises when they're training, or they are irritating other people.
Yeah, I understand that. As I said in my previous videos, I also don't understand this, screaming onto a whole gym. I'm more of that quiet type, because, for example, my preparations for benching 100 kgs, 220, America, fuck yeah. It looked like this. Is it time finally? Alright, maybe that's not the best state you wanna be in before doing your max reps.
That may not be the reason they're doing it, but it's just so frustrating. So number one is when people are doing reps and they are adding sounds, each reps, I understand that it may be heavy and you may need to breathe roughly or a bit more heavily, but sounding on
true gorilla sound. That wasn't gorilla.
Who is gonna benefit from it? I can understand it to a small degree when it comes to the macho, it feels rough when you're doing it, but from any other person around you, it just looks weird, it sounds weird, and I don't really see the benefits of doing it.
This talk reminded me of a video where a guy was deadlifting 200 pounds, 300 pounds maybe, and he was dropping it on the floor, and a typical Karen, she didn't like it. I found it.
Jesus! Holy Spirit!
Bam. And she's already triggered.
Could you guys stop banging that barbell?
Sorry.
It's really annoying.
A new fear unlocked. Every time you will do deadlift. Clear? I'm clear to do some deadlifts, please.
And I'm going to teach a yoga class very shortly, and when people bang those barbells on the floor, it gets me really annoyed.
Okay, but that's literally your problem. That's her problem, woman. Seek medical attention. I don't know.
And the reason I'm bringing up this when it comes to the gym is because the same applies with calisthenics. In calisthenics, I see it as a really growing sport.
I don't think so. Let's continue.
But with that being said, it also needs to be represented in a good way. So with this video, I sort of want you guys to form a union with me and make sure that we don't make people annoyed by calisthenics.
Oh, I believe that already happened, because as I saw this part for the first time, I immediately thought about my old video where I showed that insane guy doing push-ups and flying all over the gym, and that guy doesn't really add to the calisthenics reputation. Not even a single point. The answer is Lion, or I don't know how is it pronounced, Lion Black. Of course, this guy is most likely scripted. You see? And if people see this, then people will just laugh at calisthenics. Haha, you do calisthenics, you do these stupid push-ups. I start to feel we are getting close to the peak of cringe. What the hell is this? What was that noise? By the way, these push-ups, what for, man? You are training maybe explosiveness. This is actually a big problem, since people seeing this either in real life or on Instagram, then think that this is calisthenics. I'm not surprised that people don't do calisthenics and rather do weights.
Number one is explosive muscle ups in these squat racks when other people are training.
Again, as I already told you, every time I wanted to do something, I checked every single direction. If someone's not, for example, doing leg pull down, because that would also affect him, even if I would do just pull-ups, because just pull-ups and already the whole thing. Acting clever master. Already shaked like me before math classes. You see how it's shaking? And these are just pull-ups. Muscle up with this setup, impossible. And I believe that a lot of gyms has the similar problem because the ceiling is so low. So yeah, I taken this thing as normal.
I was at a gym pretty recently and there was this super nice guy, but he did explosive muscle ups in a rig that is like, you know, probably 8 or 6 squat racks at once. And he did explosive muscle ups, you know, these ones where you literally just push away as hard as possible.
Just do normal muscle ups or do weighted pull-ups. Or you can just do high explosive pull-ups and not these muscle ups where you do the pull part and for some unknown reason, I immediately thought about Showtime GP. I got a recommendation for you, and that's that you shouldn't have threads in a man bun. This is the video, and by seeing just the first frame, I can already tell you that this setup is not suitable for maybe even not high pull-ups, not mentioning muscle-ups, explosive muscle-ups. And also, as you can see, he has his dreads in a man bun, which unfortunately also adds a little bit of height. And wait. Like what he thought that will happen. Nothing except this, man. And it's not just about hitting your head against the ceiling. That's the smallest thing that can happen. You can also, if you will, for example, do the foregoing exercise headbangers in LC, for example, and you will do it really explosively. I'd bet that even if there are weights on both sides, you can still somehow, if you pull really hard, pull with you the whole station. I'd bet that it happens sometime. So yeah, don't do muscle ups on really low setups and don't wear man bands made from dreads.
At the same time as other people were doing military press or squats or whatever in the rack.
That's such a stupidity to do.
And at that point, I just feel like it's really disrespectful. So I would never do that. Even though I want to train explosive muscle ups, I would need to wait for the rig to be free or do it at another place. Because if you do things that annoys people, is a really bad thing, both for the sport. Like anytime someone sees someone do muscle up, they're gonna be afraid, like, fuck, not this guy.
In your eyes, you will think that you are cool, I can do explosive muscle ups. But every single one in the gym that will notice you are about to do, they get this, oh, stupid shit. No, again, I can train even. I can do leg pull down. I can do triceps extensions. And they will have to wait. Do you want to have the reputation of a guy that does this stupid thing, that destroys stuff, possibly, that makes from other people's training a real hell because they have to wait every 5 seconds you are doing muscle ups?
He's gonna ruin my set. It's just so frustrating where literally everything's just shaking.
I can imagine if you are doing leg pull down and then someone does those stupid headbangers and they are flying forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. And I believe if you would be in that situation, you would lose your nerves real quick. But fucking hell.
So please, promise me, don't do explosive muscle ups when people are using the same rig. That is one thing.
Yep, those are not just your pull-up bars, so save them for the others. Even though they might seem they will last forever, but if you see them shaking, I believe that there are even people that try to move with the setup as much as possible. So they are aiming for the setup to be destroyed, man.
And now, if there's anyone from the gym that's watching, if you ever see someone do handstand, please don't walk 2 centimeters close to that person.
Especially when he's about to do this handstand. Again, hearing this reminded me of that sweet clip, man. I'm such a nasty person, but I just don't like it. Especially at Calisthenics parks, because one almost destroyed even this camera, so there will be no Calisthenics videos. I made a video about it, well, to be honest, on what I haven't done a video. Kids don't belong on Calisthenics park, in which we can find that sweet clip of kid getting smacked his face, man. But the only thing that they do there is this. The guy was doing handstand kick up and the kid was walking behind him, and what happened? He kicked up, totally smashed the kid's face. Oh, that was so beautiful. Huh? Man, I can put this into the video. But yeah, it is true also, man. Simon is just spitting facts. Probably if you are a handstand master like me, It really doesn't matter. It is a little bit, it makes you a little bit uncomfortable, I'd say. But I think I experienced many times my gym partner walking behind me or someone else, and I was just holding handstand. If I would do handstand push-ups, that's a little bit different story. But on the other hand, you can actually take it as a practice because it forces you to not fall and really balance it. If you do some serious combos, planche press to one arm handstand to one arm handstand flag, where anytime, you know, even if you're a master, you can fail it. If there is an option to walk around you, like do a really big circle, and they will still go 2 centimeters, as Simon said, close to you, that means only two things. They want to either put you down or your gym crush want to touch you.
Like, I see it so many times. I've been a victim to it like millions of times during my trainings as well. Now, of course, at the level I do it right now, I don't care anymore.
Maybe I would add to it that from the people's eyes that are seeing you doing handstand, for example, for already 5-10 seconds, they immediately think that, you know, if you can hold it this perfectly for 10 seconds, if they will walk around you, nothing will happen.
But for anyone that is getting started, they're training their handstand.
Yeah, definitely. Like, by the way, if you're in this stage of learning the handstand, I would suggest you to firstly learn how to fall, how to rotate your body, so you are not afraid of falling over. You will use it on the ground, on parallels, on P-bars, everywhere, maybe not on the high bar. Basically get rid of the fear.
Doesn't even need to be in the beginning, it's just annoying at any point. When someone goes 2 centimeters close to you, I'm exaggerating it a bit, but it is literally the fact. If I were to fall, I would 100% crush them.
You really don't want to experience an 80 kgs guy crushing, falling on, maybe crushing, yes.
And at that point, I just think it's super disrespectful from anyone going close to someone doing handstand. Of course.
But as I said, maybe it's your crush that want to touch you.
Of course, you choose where you do your handstand. If you do it literally where it's always people going,
Yeah.
It's on you. But if you do it somewhere and someone comes by and can literally choose another path and they don't do it, that's something I actually get frustrated by. Like, showing that type of disrespect, it's just, I don't understand it. And sometimes I don't.
Well, people care only about themselves.
And sometimes I don't know if people are bothered by the fact that you're doing handstand in a, like, at the spot they would want to go.
By the way, I also forgot to mention, you use this station we saw many times, that one where you can do pull-ups and then also neutral grip pull-ups. And someone decides to do a handstand on top of it. What's the reason for that? Any reason other than flexing, for example? I don't get it. Why? Yeah, here we got the muscle ups. You see, why? I would understand that he would try a 1 rep, and as soon as he would see the whole station moving like this, he would stop. Tell me, what's the reason other than flexing? Like, why he just doesn't do it on parallels on the floor? And now I'd say every single person that's around him in the close range, you know, has to be careful and be aware of him, what he's doing. If he's not falling, for example, on this guy, well, this guy's not really paying attention, and he will regret it one day. Just a pure flex, I'd say. Comment down below what's your opinion about that. Flexing. How was that song?
Flexing on them.
Okay.
I don't know, in my opinion, I just would never go close to someone doing handstand. I would give them their sort of area of comfort, even though you can hold your handstand. When you see someone in the periphery, I don't know if that's the name for it, but you see a shadow either way pass by, it just distracts.
Shadows. Ghosts are among us. Among us.
It just distracts you from what you're doing. So please, just...
You have to be fully focused. If I will fall into someone, don't care about that. That's your problem, bro. Hey, broski.
So please, just don't do it. It's like any calisthenics athlete. We would never go. If you see someone doing squats...
Well, that's impossible because nobody in calisthenics does squats.
Deadlift, you see someone doing shoulder press, you see someone doing weighted on a bench. You never just go right by them. You take a path that would not be annoying for them. Or if someone is doing curls by the dumbbell rack, you would never go in front of them.
You will go in front of them and get super close to the biceps just to...
Huh?
You would never go in front of them and pick up the dumbbells in mid-set. It's just these unwritten rules for the gym, but for calisthenics I think that should be a thing as well. People should respect other ones doing handstands or other skills as well.
Yeah, don't go under someone when he does freestyle. You really don't want to get yourself kicked when someone spins in 360. That would be fatality.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one thinking about it, but it's something that I definitely get a bit annoyed at. And I just want to bring all of these things up at the same time because it's sort of the gym culture contra calisthenics culture.
Gymrats! Yes!
We both train in the same spot and do things like it needs to collide in a good way. And in general, like all the gym people I talk with, super nice. And the other way around as well. All calisthenics people usually treat the gym people in a respectful way. Like we're all pursuing the same thing, just what we love doing. And at the end of the day, no one should be bothered of the other one. So I think calisthenics people need to think about some things. Gym people need to think about some other things as well for calisthenics. Just showing the respect we all deserve.
Except of CrossFitters. sorry, I had to say that. Let's check out his front lever.
Hold it, pull up, and then the touch. Because it's two comfort zones, both the hold and then the upper
Yeah, full touch front lever is a good comfort zone.
position as well. Let's do one more set.
Simon, you are breathing so loudly. Shut up, man. Nice. I gotta show it to this video because this is another reason why you shouldn't do something when there are other people close to. Here we got a really great setup, man. I was doing for this wide bar when I was trying to learn something. And right away from this frame, you can already tell that these people being super close to it is not a great idea. Big swing. Oh. This look at it. That was super close, man. He was just a few inches from the disaster. This guy is training his one arm lat pull down, let's say. Here we got the second part. Nah, headbangers, nah. But this is a quite great setup. Alright, so to summarize this video, just don't be stupid and act kindly to other people. Leave them some space to work out. And also you guys, gymrats, act the same. Check out the previous one, the best calisthenics challenge from Colin Marie. I will see you there. Bye.